Welcome to Oracle Database Administration, Competency 3, Supporting a Database, Managing a Database, Chapter 13, Recovery. Another interesting story about recovery before I get into the meat of what this thing does. A while back, actually, how long has it been now? Over 20 years ago, had a situation where we had some corrupt information. So everyone thought it was going to be very simple to just go back and extract that piece of data from a backup and stick it into the database. Well, Oracle had a fit. It locked down, crashed itself. It made the assumption that we took something from a backup system, and stuck it into, so we went from backup to production, and it made the assumption that that was a virus or some other foreign element, and it says I've been contaminated and shut down. We couldn't figure out what the problem was. I say that because Oracle is so sensitive to security that you should not try to circumvent some of the backup recovery mechanism. That if you need to go back and extract data from an old system or an old date, follow the prescribed recommended methodology that Oracle uses, because if you try to cut and paste, the one time I tried to cut and paste, it crashed the system for a week because it treated that invasion as a virus, and because first of all, we didn't know what we did wrong. And finally, when we figured it out, we go, oops. So be sure that you follow the prescribed methodology for recovery. Now, recovery, once again, you do a backup. So if somebody wants a piece of data, and I gave you the example prior on that tape where we had to have some legal issues. Now, there's a distinction between recovery and restore. Recovery is when you look for something that you just want. And sometimes what you do is you will run a query and you don't really know exactly where it's at. So you build a query, and then somebody has to physically load all the tapes until you find that one item, if you're not exactly sure within which time frame that event took place. Restore is where you just take a block of data and bring it over. Given a certain time frame, just bring it over. So you can do this in a full or a partial. You can do a physical and you can do a logical. Now, Oracle has, as technology advanced, figured out that, people with the new technology crash stuff, delete stuff. And in the current world, it's called the recycle bin, where you can go with a trash bin. So you can always go and pull out a trash bin. It used to be that once you deleted something, it was gone and there was no way to fish it back out. But they got into this trash or recycle bin, so even if you delete it, it's still not quite deleted. Well, Oracle came up with this new feature called Flash Backup, which kind of works in this trash bin, recycle bin scenario. But once again, this is version specific, and in some cases you have to install this feature and make it run. It just doesn't happen naturally. And that's one of those things where maybe it's a business rule event that the organization wants, where if something is deleted, they don't want people to go back in there and rummage through the trash. Remember, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So there's some policy issues that have to be dealt with. So once again, Chapter 13 talks about the process for recovery, in that you have the restore, which is all recovery, which is part. You have full, partial, physical, logical, and the flash that's working these days.